The male lead never expected that the woman was actually a cold, ruthless, top-class assassin. She had been carrying out missions since childhood, never failing once, but now she was at risk of losing her job. To convince the male lead to hire her, the maid immediately demonstrated an assassination technique on the spot, leaving him completely stunned. Early that morning, the maid came knocking, recommending herself. At first, the male lead didn't think anything was strange, assuming she was just an ordinary housekeeper, but the maid revealed that she specialized in assassination. The male lead declined her offer to work for him. Hearing this, the maid felt slightly surprised, apologized to him, then packed her things and headed straight out the door. The male lead suddenly noticed a bell had been left behind on the ground. As he picked it up to return it, he didn't see a truck coming straight at him. The maid rushed in and saved him. At that moment, lying under her, instead of fear, he felt his heart racing. To repay her for saving his life, the male lead decided to hire the maid to work in his home. But the maid, caught in her professional habits, misunderstood, thinking he wanted her to do what she was best at, killing. What he really needed was someone to help with housework. Afraid that he might change his mind, the maid forced herself to take on the tasks, but as expected, her clumsy attempts only turned everything into a mess. Just as she was about to resign on her own, the male lead told her he would personally teach her from now on. For the first time, her cold heart felt a trace of warmth. Soon it was dinner time. Having her cook was impossible, but the maid insisted she was good at chopping vegetables. Once they sat down to eat, she realized it tasted no different from what she'd eaten before. But somehow, this meal felt much warmer than any she'd had in the past. The truth was, she didn't want to be seen as cold and unfeeling. She longed to become someone warm, someone like him. That night, the male lead once again dreamed of the moment his mother abandoned him. He woke to find the maid in the living room, secretly tasting the pork cutlet sauce. He pulled her into the kitchen, and they cooked some late-night food together. The maid explained that she had stepped out of her room earlier when she overheard him groaning in pain. She thought an assassin had snuck in, but then realized he was just having a nightmare. Calling out for his mother again and again, the male lead admitted that he had long been haunted by nightmares, and the only way he could sleep was with his head resting on his mother's lap. So the maid offered her lap to him. Embarrassed, he refused at first, but the maid took it as proof of her own uselessness. Sensing her feelings, the male lead quickly lay down on her lap. At that moment, both of them felt happy. For the first time, they felt truly needed by someone.